39. Just last two shlok bache इस chapter में, so not too much to talk about. We'll start the next chapter, but I'll just
So Canto 1, what?
Canto 1, Canto 1, chapter 5, text 39. I'll just share the. Here, Narad Muni has finished his instructions on to Shukdev Vyasadev, that saying that we just last time we discussed that thus he is the actual seeker who worships in the form of transcendental sound vibration. That sound is everything. Vishnu who has no material form. We keep saying that Bhagwan Nirakar hai. That is something that we clarified last time, that Nirakar mostly means no material form. It doesn't mean no form. It doesn't mean that Krishna or God doesn't have any form. Krishna has form, and the basic logic that is that we have a form. If we have a form, obviously Krishna has a form, God has a form, because we are a subset. We come from God. So how can we have something that God does not have? So we cannot restrict God, saying that no, that's something that he can't have, right? So that is something that we spoke about, that Krishna has a form. He has an energy also, which is formless, which is Brahman, but his original Tribhangi Roop that you see here, holding a flute, wearing a peacock feather, um, bent in three places, etc. This beautiful form of his, the cowherd boy form of his, he definitely has a form. Vishnu, he has a form. As Narasimha, as all his incarnations, he has a beautiful form. There's a very nice couplet written about him. It's not a couplet; it's a bhajan. It's called Madhurashtakam, and in that, how it is mentioned that every single thing about Krishna is Madhuram, or sweet, right? So even as he comes in the form of Narasimha Dev, to Hiranyakashipu, he is ferocious. To everybody who is um, um, against religion, yeah, he definitely is ferocious. He has a very ferocious form. But to Prahlad Maharaj, he was very sweet. He was still his sweet lord, right? To Prahlad Maharaj, too, that's the reason why even when we'll go to Mayapur this time, we'll see that Narasimhadev, the form of Narasimhadev, is a very ferocious one. He's angry. He's in an angry mood. But the devotees see him as smiling. They don't see him as angry. He's a smiling face. So he has a form. He has a beautiful form. In whatever form he comes in the form of Mohini. He comes in the form of a tortoise. He comes in the form of a fish. He comes in the form of a book. This Bhagavatam that you see is called as the book form of Krishna. Just like that, we can't restrict that Krishna doesn't have a form, and we can't also restrict that which form he will come in. No. He doesn't come in this form. No, he doesn't come in this form. He comes in all forms and shapes. If for example, in this book form, he has come as Bhagavatam, and just like that, he has come in the sound incarnation. Why can't Krishna come in the form of sound? Why can't he? Who has the right to say that God can't come in the form of sound? We can't put a restriction on God, right? God is unrestricted. That's why he's God. By definition, he is unrestricted, right? That's something that Krishna is, and in the form of sound he comes, and in the form of sound he comes as the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And यहाँ पे वही बोल रहे हैं कि एक्चुअल सीयर जो है वर्शिप जो करता है वो भगवान का ट्रांसेंडेंटल फॉर्म जो वर्शिप करता है वो साउंड रिप्रेजेंटेशन को डेफिनेटली वर्शिप करता है. एंड दैट्स समथिंग दैट Narad Muni wants Vyasadev to tell everybody. That's the reason why Bhagavatam का अगर आप पहला श्लोक देखोगे और लास्ट श्लोक देखोगे, both of them, अगर आप पहला श्लोक पढ़ोगे, if I go back to Bhagavatam Canto 1 chapter 1 verse 1, what does it say? It goes like Janmadasya yato nyavad itaraschartheshva abhijnaswarat. I'm just going to read the translation. That I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Meditate upon Lord Krishna because he is the absolute truth. And then he basically goes on, and he says, I meditate upon him for he is the absolute truth. And then when we go to Srimad Bhagavatam ka 12th canto and the last shloka, the final ultimate shloka, उसमें तो सब कुछ आ जाना चाहिए, राइट? सो व्हाट डज ही से? ही सेज नाम संकीर्तनम यस्य सर्व पाप प्रणाशनम प्रणामो दुःख समनष्टम नमामि हरिम परम. He basically says, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Lord Hari, the congregational chanting of whose name. Imagine this. He has written 12 full cantos, 18,000 verses. He has written. And the last verse that he is finishing the whole Bhagavatam, he is concluding the whole Bhagavatam with this, that this world has just forgotten. Even people who get Bhagavad Saptah done, how can you ignore this verse? This is the ultimate verse, right? He says, Nam Sankirtanam, Nam and Sankirtan. Harinam is the most important. Sankirtan of that Harinam is so important. The congregational chanting of whose holy names destroys all sinful reactions, and the offering of obeisances unto whom relieves all material suffering. So this is how the Bhagavatam starts and ends. And this is exactly what Narad Muni is telling Vyasadeva, that please emphasize, uh, get a compilation together in which you can talk about this particular aspect. And in the 39th shloka जिसमें आज हम बात करने वाले हैं, we'll recite that right now. I'll recite it and आप पीछे पीछे दोहराइएगा. इमं स्वनिगमं ब्रह्मन् अवेद्य मद अनुष्ठितम् अदान्मे ज्ञानमैश्वर्यम् स्वस्मिन् भावं च केशवः. Translation. O Brahmana, thus by the Supreme Lord Krishna, I was endowed first with the transcendental knowledge of the Lord, as inculcated in the confidential parts of the Vedas, then with the spiritual opulences, and then with his intimate loving service. This is also something that we discussed last time, that वेद व्यास को बोल रहे हैं कि पहले मुझे ज्ञान, दिव्य ज्ञान दिया गया भगवान का, किससे? सेवा से. We already discussed this, that he has done seva to Mahabhagavats, and then he served them, heard from them, right? So by serving them and hearing from them, he got the knowledge. Number one is knowledge. Second, he got the as inculcated in the confidential parts of the Vedas. Then with the spiritual opulences, right? Spiritual opulences और ऐश्वर्य मिले उनको, भौतिक ऐश्वर्य नहीं. What kind of ऐश्वर्य? आध्यात्मिक ऐश्वर्य, taste for the loving service of the Lord. These are the ऐश्वर्य of ऐश्वर्य that you develop as you actually apply the transcendental knowledge of the Lord. And then with spiritual opulences, with his intimate loving service. I got his intimate loving service, right? So this is something that Vedavyas has followed, Narad Muni has followed, and he's basically telling Vedavyas that I got bhakti like this, so glorify it out in the world, and so that everybody can get the same thing. Text and in the purport, he's basically, Prabhupada is saying, there is no bar for chanting this transcendental sound by anyone, provided it is received through Narad's representative. Provided, there's a clause. Yeah, it is all inclusive. Everybody is open to get it. But there is one clause, that you have to get it from whom? From Narad's representative. Who's Narad's representative? Coming down the chain of disciplic succession or parampara. For us, it is still Prabhupada disciples. They are on this planet, right? How do you receive it from someone who is not living yet, right? You can't receive it someone who is not living. You have to serve someone who is living. Narad Muni didn't say that he worshipped a book. He didn't say that he worshipped just some like Ekalavya did. He Ekalavya, you know the story of Ekalavya, that Dronacharya's photo or whatever, not photo, murti of Dronacharya, he worshipped and he took, but he didn't take the permission of Dronacharya. Hence, he was not a rightful disciple of the Guru. You have to take it from the person's permission. In fact, under the guidance of a Guru. Otherwise, it's not actually passed, because this is not some information that we're getting कि आपने किसी को झांक के देख लिया and आपको मिल गया. नहीं, चांटिंग के बारे में आप जान सकते हो, द होल यूट्यूब इज ओपन फॉर दैट, एनीवेयर आप चांटिंग के बारे में जान सकते हो, ये बुक ओपन है, वेदा बेस पे आप जाके पूरी भागवतम रट सकते हो, भगवद गीता रट सकते हो, सब कुछ कर सकते हो आप, लेकिन आपके हृदय में, हमारे हृदय में ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन नहीं आएगा, भक्ति नहीं आएगी, बिकॉज इट इज नॉट बीन ट्रांसमिटेड बाय द डिसिप्लिक succession. We are not connected. In fact, I recently received a message on our congregation. A spiritual master has a congregation, like an online connect on Telegram. He sent a specifically. He sent a message. Right. He sent a message saying that anybody who is giving class has to say the pranam mantra of their guru. Has to say the pranam mantra of the guru, because he must have noticed that some of them are not saying it. And he specifically gave the example also. Why is he emphasizing on this? He's emphasizing on this because he says कि the connection is broken. आप क्लास दे रहे हो, आपने बहुत अच्छे से प्रिपेयर किया, आपने क्लास दी, सब कुछ करा, बट अल्टीमेटली स्पीकिंग व्हाट आर वी ट्राइंग टू डू विद दिस क्लास, कि हमारे हार्ट में भक्ति आना चाहिए. मैं अगर डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया हूँ, इफ आई एम डिस्कनेक्टेड फ्रॉम द डिसिप्लिन सक्सेशन, व्हाट एम आई पासिंग थ्रू? मेरे पास तो कुछ है ही नहीं. बाय माई सेल्फ आई डोंट हैव एनीथिंग, राइट? आई कैन नो अ लॉट ऑफ बुकिश नॉलेज, बट व्हाट एम आई गिविंग? आई एम जस्ट my seva, my service, the speaker's service is just to pass on whatever we are getting from the disciplic succession.
That's missing. Most of us, like, we don't get it.
Yeah.
And we think that main thing is that this knowledge or whatever.
Yeah.
But we don't understand that it's not, the bhakti is not taught or it's caught or
Yeah.
it's revealed through the
Yeah.
heart.
Right.
It's not about the books or whatever we are reading
Yeah.
or hearing. So it has to be through parampara.
Yeah.
Through the,
Yeah, we even why we're reading is because it's an instruction from the parampara only. Just by reading you'll not get anything.
yeah.
Because just by reading, there are actually big scholars in MIT, and then there is Oxford, and then there is Harvard, and such big world renowned institutions where the Bhagavatam is actually taught and studied, Bhagavad Gita is taught, right? But you'll see that most of them don't have bhakti in their hearts, because they've really studied the Gita, which is a great endeavor, but it's a poem that they've studied. It's a poem, no? ये पूरा poem है. तो poem को उन्होंने पढ़ा है, सब कुछ किया है, which is a good thing. At least we're coming in contact with it. There will be some purification for sure, but there will not be a transmission of bhakti in there, right? Because the connection to Krishna is not there. Connection to the Narad's representative is not there.
Like a live wire.
It's a live wire. That's
Like
exactly what it
and
is.
you're just passing that connection on to it.
Yes.
It's not the and that
No.
knowledge would be revealed only that
Yeah.
connection.
Connection, yes. Otherwise, you can know everything, but you'll not be able to have love for the Lord. That's very difficult. Having love for the Lord is having knowledge of the Lord, bookish knowledge of the Lord is easy. But having love for the Lord is very difficult. That is the most difficult part, right? We have love for ourselves. We'll get knowledge and उससे अपना ही लव बढ़ेगा कि मुझे आता है. What happened is मुझे आता है. I have this PhD. I have this. I have that. I have this knowledge. I'll tell you. I know this Sanskrit verse. And उससे क्या हुआ that I got to inflate my own ego even through the Bhagavatam. Even through the Bhagavatam मैंने अपना ईगो इन्फ्लेट किया. वो तो वैसे भी हो रहा था. What is the point? श्रमेव हि केवलम, right? So that is something, such an important point that Srila Prabhupada is mentioning, that actually there is no bar for chanting. Nobody is excluded. Everybody is included, but there is a clause, there is a process, there is a structure to do it. How to do it? Through Narad's representative coming down the chain of disciplic succession or the parampara system. This is a very important point that we have to remember. That you cannot bypass. मुझे कीर्तन अच्छे लगते हैं, मुझे कथा अच्छी लगती है, मुझे आंसू आते हैं भगवान के दर्शन करते हुए. Very nice, very good. You're prepared, you're ready for it, right? But then you say कि मुझे गुरु धारण नहीं करने. I don't want to come under the instructions of a spiritual master. I don't want to get bound to just one person or something like that. Then we missed the point. We missed the boat. We were ready for it. Krishna was giving us a taste of kirtan, katha, darshans, everything, but we missed the boat. That's a very unfortunate situation to be in, right? We actually have to. This is the only way Krishna says it in the Gita. Nobody in this world, not a single devotee, there's not a single instance of a devotee, there's no precedent that virla hi koi hoga. Like there might be like 1-2 exceptions maybe, but most of these people, Narad Muni had a guru, Prahlad Maharaj had a guru, Dhruv Maharaj had a guru, Ved Vyas had a guru, Krishna himself had a guru, right? There's no precedent that anybody has got bhakti without having a connection to this thing. We should definitely address the fact that why am I मेरी inhibitions हो सकती है, वो सही है, ठीक है कि मुझे गुरु धारण करने में inhibitions है, which is fine. Address those inhibitions. Why belittle the whole system only? मेरे इनहिबिशंस हैं जो वैलिड है, बिकॉज बहुत सारे बोगस गुरुज हैं, फेक गुरुज हैं, विच इज फेयर वैलिड है, तो उसको एड्रेस करो ना उसको. इसको यही क्यों बोल देते हैं कि नहीं गुरु चाहिए ही नहीं. हाँ, यू कांट मेक एन एक्सक्यूज ऑफ इट. अब तो गुरु ही नहीं चाहिए बिकॉज सब गुरु फेक होते हैं. नहीं, और सब गुरु फेक होते तो हम भागवतम को भी क्यों पढ़े? ये भी किसी ने हमको दिया है, भागवतम को भी क्यों पढ़े हम? What are you trusting then other than your own mind? Right? So that is something that we should think about. Text 40, this is the last verse for this chapter. Tvamapi abhadra shruta vishrutam vibho samapyate yena vidam bhushitam प्राख्या हि दुःखैर्मुहुर् अध्यात्मानं संक्लेश निर्वाणमुशन्ति नान्यथा. Translation. Varshamatya, are you here? If you have the Hindi one. Okay, Manji. Translation. Please, therefore, describe the Almighty Lord's activities which you have learned by your vast knowledge of the Vedas, for that will satisfy the hankerings of great learned men. This is such a good point. He's saying that तो अब आप क्या करो, आप यही सारे जो पास टाइम्स है ये आगे जाके भागवतम में बताओ. क्यों? इससे क्या होगा? For that will satisfy the hankerings of whom? Two things he says. Of great learned men, people who are already learned, people who have already perfected themselves, उनके भी हृदय किससे तुष्ट होते हैं? ऐसा नहीं कि भागवतम is only for a sadhaka. No, in fact the sadhus enjoy it even more, because now they are like, okay, when Vaisheshika Maharaj comes here, like what is he? I love it. Whenever I see, like whenever, it's just amazing. Wherever he is, doesn't matter. Wherever he is in the world at that particular, he has to open the Bhagavatam and he has to read it. Has to read it. And you see that he's not reading it as a sadhana. He loves it. He loves it. Right? Indrajit Swami Maharaj was giving class in Vrindavan, and Vaisheshika Maharaj just come and sat on the left. This was in Vrindavan Kartik. And this was in the temple, ISKCON Vrindavan. And Indrajit Swami Maharaj is just addressing, and then he looks at Vaisheshika Maharaj and he says, here is an encyclopedia of the Bhagavatam, and Maharaj is sitting like this, being embarrassed. But yeah, that's how when you meet such people, that's when you take that love of the Bhagavatam, right? I was with Bhakti Vinod Swami Maharaj, and he said something amazing. He said, when I was working, he used to be working even before he was a sannyasi brahmachari also. He used to be working, but he had just been introduced to the Bhagavatam, and he said that I couldn't wait. I used to be working in office and मेरे दिमाग में ये चलता रहता है मैं घर कब पहुंचूंगा, भागवतम कब पढ़ूंगा, राइट? घर पहुंचते थे, and he said कि घर पहुंच के मैं जो घर वाले थे मैं भागता था उनसे कि हाँ थोड़ा सोशलाइज उनके साथ कर लिया, हाँ ठीक है, थोड़ा 5-10 minutes here and there, and then he just used to keep thinking कि मैं अपने रूम कब जाऊंगा and दरवाजा कब बंद करूंगा ताकि मैं भागवतम पढ़ पाऊँ. Like Adi, don't we feel the same about football, about playing games? कि करो चलो कैस कब मैं घर आऊँ और मैं I play something, right? We feel like that. So we felt this about something in our lives, something or the other. But just imagine someone having that for the Bhagavatam.
Prabhuji, if I may add two
Yes.
more incidents,
Yes.
like sitting in the car with them also, they don't have time for anything. They're only reading. Even in the car, they're reading and discussing. Stop at a word or a phrase. Always in awe of Srila Prabhupada. Okay, what a lovely phrase. Or,
Yeah.
the mood is so nice also. And even in the Kartik month, they read one canto in 25 to 30 days. Some cantos are really voluminous, so it depends. We read from say 5 hours to 8 hours sometimes a day. So that these 2 points I wanted to add.
Yeah, so actually, when you meet these people, sit with them, however hard it may feel, like he's saying 5 to 6 hours, it's really hard, especially for a person like it's very hard. Like when we go to Maharaj's retreats, also like 6-8 hours, of just katha is going on, right? It's very hard, but you just sit. No matter what, नींद आ रही है कोई बात नहीं, खड़े हो
That is
जाओ.
along with the morning program, morning class,
Everything,
everything.
chanting is happening.
5
No,
hours
ऐसा
वो भी
नहीं कि
होता है.
chanting उस दिन chanting नहीं, we're reading Bhagavatam, so skip chanting. No, we're doing all of that plus this, right? So even in these retreats, it's like that. Like you sit, nothing else. All you have to do is sit in here and here and here. Then you go to take prasadam, come back, sit in here and here and here. That's what you're doing, right? नींद आ रही है, कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है, whatever, it doesn't matter. That's your tapasya. You sit there and you imbibe it. Because after that, when you come back home, then you realize, oh, just because I did that, वहाँ कुछ समझ आया हो, ना आया हो, नींद आ रही हो, याद भी नहीं, मुझे कुछ भी नहीं याद. All these retreats that I've gone for, I don't remember a thing, right? But because you put in that rigor, you come back and you realize that has transmitted. Because you did that, the parampara is now transmitted a little bit more taste in you. You feel like reading the Bhagavatam a little more.
One more thing.
Yeah.
We were traveling from Puri to Delhi and then going in a bus to. But in the flight we had so many people traveling with us, and everyone's seat was kind of separated. Booking aise pata nahi kaise hua. So everyone I noticed was talking to their neighbor, and many books were sold to the neighbors. Bhagavatam sets were also sold by the end of the flight. So it was
Yeah.
very transcendental.
Yeah.
So wonderful.
It's
to see.
amazing. Like whatever you are actually passionate and love, what you love really transmits to others. So the idea is to associate with such people is that. Usually the idea in the outer world is that whenever you go to a sadhu, आप कुछ मांगने के लिए जाते हो, उनका चमत्कार देखने जाते हो, अरे वो कैसे दिखते होंगे, वो कैसे. But in our sampradaya, they've been to like it's been very simplified. कि हम साधु के पास क्यों जाते हैं? सुनने को जाते हैं. या तो सुनने को जाते हैं या सर्व करने को जाते हैं, बस. Right? We go to hear sadhus. That is how you get some transmission. Basically. Yes, Andy.
More thing like any other hobby we pursue or any other thing we do, which is fun also.
Yeah.
But be it sports, be it some dance, but so that will give happiness maybe to ourselves, whatever we
Yeah.
are trying to pursue. But this is something that if we do it and we are involving others also, but it gives happiness to the Lord, to everyone.
Everyone, yeah. Yeah, that's what he's saying. He's
And so satisfying to the soul then.
Yeah, he's saying satisfy the hankerings of great learned men, and at the same time, he says that at the same time what happens? Mitigates the miseries of the masses of common people. Miseries mitigate हो जाती हैं इससे. क्यों मुझे मेरी मिजरीज क्यों? क्योंकि मेरा फॉल्स ही वो बताता है कि मैं आइडेंटिफाई कर रहा हूँ बॉडी से, मिजरी सारी बॉडी से है. When I get elevated to the level of the soul, बस खत्म हो गई बात. Miseries are not stopping.
the lamentation, confusion, and fear.
Yeah.
These three.
That what has happened, what will happen, and what is happening.
Yes.
This is what is happening, right? Like past, present, and future, right? And he's saying to mitigate the miseries of the masses of common people who are always suffering from material pangs. कुछ ना कुछ तो हो ही रहा होता है ना. I mean, every time I hear something that something is happening, this is happening, some disease, some court case, and some whatever. It just whenever we hear this, I just pray to the Lord that, oh Lord, you've kept us in such great. Like I was just Champa dropped me at the metro station today because she had to go somewhere else. So I crossed the road through the metro overbridge and I walked it till here. In just that walking, I saw so many different people. पहले तो notice ही नहीं करता था मैं. But today I noticed, right? Like I noticed that so many different people, and I was just thinking कि so many different stories are going on in सबके life में, right? There was one lady sitting just down on the road. I don't know what she was doing there. She wasn't begging, but she was just dying. She had like 4 kids who were running around. What? Why is she sitting on the road? Right? There are people going to office today. Is Saturday. Today is Saturday. People are going to office, running around. I'm like, they just get one day off a week. How would they feel, right? And then there are some people. I just saw a lot of people, right? Like different people. I saw a person who is just ठेके खुले हुए थे. So a person who was in the tikka. Like I'm like, this person has everything sorted in their life, maybe.
Not sorted.
Or maybe not sorted. I don't know what's happening in their life. But whatever is not sorted for these guys, maybe it is sorted for them. But he or she is also spending it there. So it's just so many stories. मेरा mind थोड़ा ऐसा boggle होने लगा. Then I just prayed to Krishna that Krishna, just as you have protected me till now, just please protect me, because this world, material world, Srila Prabhupada says, that is not fit for a gentleman. Srila Prabhupada used to say this world is not fit for a gentleman. It is not fit. So whatever good times that we have, we should really use it, because good times, bad times will keep coming and going. Whatever it'll keep coming and going. But how do we actually use it? We should be really grateful for whatever. If you have good health, be grateful for that. If you have good family, you should be grateful for that. If you have this gratitude is not something, usually हम school में भी सुनते हैं, you should be grateful. Generally also you hear grateful, but वो थोड़ा फिर भी खोखला लगता है. ठीक है, हाँ grateful है, but ये मुझे actually में grateful, क्योंकि grateful for what? Because I can now use it for something that is amazing. That is why I'm grateful, not because I have it. I have it and someone doesn't have it, fine. What is that? Someone has more than me also, right? I don't feel like being grateful for that. I feel like wanting more. But here I'm grateful because now I have something which I can really use for something so beautiful, which is the bhakti of the Lord, right? So that is something that I was thinking when I was coming there. I was really grateful. And he's saying that mitigates the misery of common people who are always suffering from material pangs. Indeed, this is the most important line for this chapter. He says, indeed, there is no other way to get out of such miseries. No other way. You might think that नहीं, ये भी एक रास्ता है. एक रास्ता नहीं है, एक ही रास्ता है. Is the Bhagavatam, the Bhagavad Vidhi, the path of the Bhagavad. That is it. There is no other way. And that is something that he's basically saying. And this ends the chapter 5. We'll go on to chapter 6. This is now the conversation continues between Narad and Vyasadeva. Text 1. Suta uvacha evam nishamya bhagavan devarshir janma karma cha bhuyaha paprachatam brahman vyasah satyavati sutah. Translation. Sutta said, Sutta Goswami, Shaunakadi Rishi isko bol rahe. O Brahmanas, thus hearing all about Sri Narada's birth and activities, Vyasadeva, the incarnation of God and son of Satyavati. You know who Satyavati is? Satyavati is she has a link with Pandavas, right? Satyavati is with Parashar Muni. Satyavati had already had a kid, Vyasadeva, without any physical contact. He had endowed her with Vyasadeva as a child. And then when Satyavati married Bhishma Dev's father, Shantanu, she had then Vichitravirya and one more child named, there's another, sorry? Chitrangada and Vichitravirya, right? So after they died, Pandu and Dhritarashtra came. Pandu, Dhritarashtra, Vidur came through Vyasadeva, and all of that happened, right? So Satyavati is that person. So Satyavati, he's basically saying, Sutta Goswami said, "O Brahmanas, thus hearing all about Narada's birth and activities, Vyasadeva, the incarnation god, inquired as follows." He had some questions. What questions? Text 2. Vyasa uvacha
Vyasa uvacha
भिक्षुभिर्विप्रवासीते
Vikshubhirvipravasite
विज्ञानादिस्त्रिभिस्त्ववा
Vijnanadeshtrivishstava
वर्तमानो वयस्याद्ये
Vartamano vayasyate
तथा किम् अकरोत् भवान्.
Tata kim akarod bhavan.
Translation: Sri Vyasadeva said, "What did you, Narad, do after the departure of the great sages who had instructed you in scientific transcendental knowledge before the beginning of your present birth?" He is now trying to get information about his guru's previous birth and how he actually reached to this state. Narad Muni कैसे बने वो? पिछले बारे में तो बता दिया, ठीक है, but नारद मुनि वो कैसे बने is something that he's asking. I'll just read the purport small. Vyasadeva himself was the disciple of Naradji, and therefore it was natural to be anxious to hear what Narad did after initiation from spiritual masters. He wanted to follow in Narad's footsteps in order to attain the same perfect stage of life. This desire to inquire from the spiritual master is an essential factor to progressive path. This process is technically known as Sadharma Pricha. You have to be inquisitive. जानना बहुत ज़रूरी है. This question answer process of question answer is very important. सारे हमारे texts are mostly about question answers, right? अभी परीक्षित महाराज जब question answer करेंगे, अभी इन किससे कौन question answer कर रहा है right now? शौनक आदि ऋषिज are questioning सुत गोस्वामी. वैसे ही यहाँ पे व्यासदेव जो है किससे क्वेश्चन कर रहे हैं? नारद मुनि से. कृष्णा से किसने क्वेश्चन किया भगवत गीता के लिए? अर्जुन ने. So questions always lead to answer. Questions are where the answers lie. Text 3. स्वयंभुव कया वृत्त्या वर्तितं ते परं वयः
Vartitam te param vaya
कथं चेदम् उदश्राक्षिः
Katam chedam udavashakshi
काले प्राप्ते कलेवरम्.
Kale prapte kalevaram.
O son of Brahma. कौन है son of Brahma? Narad ji. How did you pass your life after initiation, and how did you attain this body, having quit your old one in due course? Purport. Sri Narad Muni in his previous life was just an ordinary maid servant's son. So how come he became so perfectly transformed into spiritual body of eternal life, bliss and knowledge? So the body that Narad Muni has is actually Satchidanand. Like he's perfected himself. So his body is not, he doesn't have a material body. Like he is fully spiritual. वो उनका सिद्ध स्वरूप है, नारद मुनि का जो स्वरूप है. That's why he can go from Vaikuntha कभी भी कहीं भी वो he can travel because he has not a material body but a spiritual body. So is important. Sri Vyasadeva desired him to disclose the facts for everyone's satisfaction. Text 4. Prakalpa vishayam etam
Prakalpa vishayam etam
smritim te muni sattama
Smritim te muni sattama
nahya esha vyadhyat kala esha sarva nirakritihi.
Esha sarva nirakriti.
Translation. O great sage, time annihilates everything in due course. So how is it that this subject matter, which happened prior to this day of Brahma, is still fresh in your memory, undisturbed by time? He's basically asking कि आपकी memory आपको कैसे याद है? ये तो पिछले कल्प में हुआ था. It happened in the previous kalpa, day of Brahma, not previous yuga, not previous Chatur yuga. He said previous kalpa, previous day of Brahma. How do you still remember it? Because we don't even remember our previous birth. Right. As spirit is not annihilated even after the annihilation of this material body, so also spiritual consciousness is not annihilated. Sri Narad developed this spiritual consciousness even when he had this material body in this previous kalpa. Actually, जब हम spiritual consciousness में भी आ जाते हैं, you don't even need to go into your spiritual body yet. अगर आप spiritual consciousness में भी आ गए, even in this body, you're okay. Like you then start remembering every single thing because you're not this body, you're this soul. आपका हो गया है. Body change हो जाए, तब भी आपका memory change नहीं होता. Your memory only changes when your consciousness is in the body, because the body changes. We identify with the body. Our memory also fully changes, right? We don't remember anything of our previous lives. Consciousness of the material body means spiritual consciousness expressed through the medium of a material body. This consciousness is inferior, destructible, and perverted. But super consciousness of the supra mind in the spiritual plane is as good as the spiritual spirit soul and is never annihilated. Text 5. Narada Uvacha. Now Narad Muni is telling us. Bhikshubhir vipravasite Vignana deshtrubhir mama Vartamano vayasajyadye Tata etad akarasham. Sri Narada said, the great sages who had imparted scientific knowledge of transcendence to me departed for other places. जो चतुर्मास है वो खत्म हो गया, तो they have departed, initiation हो गई, सब कुछ हो गया, and I had to pass my life in this way. That life he actually passed in that way only. Nothing, he did not do anything extraordinary. But in this spiritual consciousness, as a bhakta, perfected bhakta, he passed his life. In his previous lives, when Naraji was impregnated with the spiritual knowledge by the grace of great sages, there was a tangible change in his life, although he was only a boy of 5 years old. This is an important symptom visible after initiation by the bona fide spiritual master. So there is something called formal initiation, but there is something called real actual initiation also. When we are formally initiated, we will get a new name, we will get a new kanthimala, new bead bag, a congregation, we get a guru also, we have all these different things that happens. But real initiation is something when our heart really transforms, when our heart really, that spiritual consciousness somehow creeps in and we are really connected to Guru and Guru Parampara, right? That is real initiation. That takes time. Naraji didn't take time, right? But for some of us, it may take time. The formality happens first, and the parampara has to pull more from their side rather than we putting an effort. But gradually, the idea is कि हमें in our hearts also have to be initiated. We have to be connected to Guru and Guru Parampara. And how do we do that? When we actually are following the instructions. That's as simple as that. Disciple matlab discipline. And are you disciplined enough that you're following the instructions of your Guru? My spiritual master says कि Srila Prabhupada ने कहा नहीं और हमने किया नहीं. Like it only had to take him saying something, and we should just do it. But right now, maybe we don't have that much urgency. But if you read any of Srila Prabhupada's disciples' biography, any of them, they have done incredible things. Incredible things. None of them were complacent or in their comfort zones, right? Srila Prabhupada once very famously, he was on a train from Vrindavan to somewhere, so Punjab or something, and they were passing through Delhi, and one person, some patron, some life member said, "Ki we're passing through Delhi," and then they asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, you have an international society? Yeah, I have an international society. Like, but you don't have a center in Delhi? Delhi is the capital of India. यहाँ आपका कोई center नहीं है? Srila Prabhupada said, yeah, that's not true. That is true. I don't have a center in Delhi. We don't have a center in Delhi. He looked at Yamuna Mataji and her husband, Gurudas Prabhu, and he said, Gurudas, Yamuna, you get off here at Delhi and Delhi station and you start a center. They were like, yes, Prabhupada. That's it. That's nothing, start. They're on visa in India. They're not even Indian citizens. They don't know anything about Delhi. Nothing, no contact, nothing. He told them to get off at Delhi and then start a center. People say, how can my guru be impractical? They can start, blaming their guru only. कि ये कैसे लोग हैं, मेरा गुरु ये है, अरे कुछ नहीं पता मेरे गुरु को. Like they can start saying things about their guru only, by the way. जब अपने पे आती है ना, actually Srila Prabhupada used to give it to those people who he knew can take it. That's how a guru is.
They were like blindly
Yeah.
really follow Prabhupada.
That's why their advancement was so rapid. Our advancement
They were not just blindly, but they had full faith.
Yes.
Fully, Mataji,
Fully
blinded
empowered.
faith only.
हाँ.
They were like so much attached
Sold out.
Yeah.
to
Sold out.
Prabhupada that
Actually, our progress can be either slow or rapid, depending on how much faith we have in our guru's instructions.
And also the guru knows when
Yeah.
to give you that instruction.
When some guru gives you instruction, they also empower you with the empower you to complete that instruction also. And that is the Gurudas and Yamuna Mataji didn't get off because nahi hum to top hai, hum kar denge. Their faith was not on themselves ki I'll do it. Their faith was that if my guru is telling me to do it, he has also given me the strength to do it. On his strength we will do it. We will be able to do it. They got off. It's not like they did it in like very quickly. They got off there. They had got one contact, one person who kept them in like a rat infested room for. She was a woman. She had to stay with 3 other men. Like one of them was obviously her husband, but 3 other men. They had only one room. She had to stay in some other place. Rat infested. These are Westerners. These are not any Westerners. These are very rich, affluent Westerners who have never seen all of this. They got off in Delhi heat, and in just 3 or 4 months, by the way, they met Indira Gandhi. There is a photo. How can you do that? They did it. And today, if Delhi has 17 to 18 centers, 17 to 18 temples. It is because of Gurudas Prabhu and Yamuna Mataji's and Giriraj Maharaj's initial efforts. That is the seed. And that was the powerful instruction of Srila Prabhupada that get off and start a center. Right? इसीलिए उनकी एडवांसमेंट इतनी तीव्र है, इतनी फास्ट है, बिकॉज कृष्णा सीज कि मेरे रिप्रेजेंटेटिव की बात इन्होंने अपने कंफर्ट को ना देखते हुए मेरे रिप्रेजेंटेटिव की बात मानी है. बस it's as simple as that, right? We might not be at that level, we can't imitate it, but we at least can pray and try in whatever way we can. That's our learning from it basically, right? We might not, I can't go कि अच्छा ऐसा हुआ था, मैं अपने गुरु के पास जाऊंगा and I'll say कि महाराज मैं चाइना जा रहा हूँ. Like I can't tell my guru कि मैं चाइना जा रहा हूँ. नहीं, guru will be like, our own guru will be like, नहीं तू मत जा, you don't go. Right? Whatever he or like they are saying, telling us, do that. 16 rounds, get up in the morning and do it. Why? You don't need to go to China. You don't need to get off at Delhi station to start a center. You don't have to be heroic. All you have to do is be submissive. Get up in the morning and chant your 16 rounds. Why can't we do that? That's also following instruction only. In fact, that's a heroic instruction also. Right? It's a very difficult one. As difficult as for them it was to get off in Delhi and just start a center. We can do it, start chanting at home, sitting at home, getting up and chanting our 16 rounds is as heroic for us. But if we do that, Krishna will still see that. क्योंकि हनुमान जी के लिए पूरा माउंटेन उठा के लाना उनकी सर्विस थी. गिलहरी के लिए एक छोटा कंकड़ लाना भी एक service hai. So when Shri Ram sees both of them, he blesses them equally. So for us, our kshamata is doing 16 rounds in the morning. So let's do that, and then maybe we'll get empowered to do something more.
Prabhuji, one thing about Yamuna Devi
Yeah.
was the first time they met, she was wearing a mini skirt,
Yeah.
walked
Yeah.
in, and you know the episode. She was smoking, and then
Janaki Mataji's
Wedding.
wedding.
I think
History.
her strength was submissive. From day
Yeah.
one, she was submissive.
Submissive.
Yes, and she immediately washed her
Hands, yeah.
and then
Not
started
just
helping.
once.
Okay.
A couple of
Every
times.
time.
Sure,
But
Prabhupada
also
says-
the mood also of the
Yeah.
Guru, right? He was so
Correct.
Yeah.
like kind and
Kind, in fact, yeah, mostly kind. She came like that. He didn't say anything. He's like, you can't come in like this. You can't cook. He didn't say any of that.
Yes.
He in fact encouraged her more and more, but while being instructive. Like such a balance he had.
Hmm.
He wasn't diluting it also.
Yeah.
He's like, wash your hands. He said wash your hands, but kindly. Whatever had to be central, he kept central. Supportive peripheral, बाद में कर लेंगे. कैसे dress करना, not necessary right now. Do it later. Swamiji, I want to drink water. Go wash your hands. Swamiji, okay, I want to, I touch my, go wash your hands. She washed her hands. And then he taught her something very difficult, by the way. Like kachori or something
Yeah,
like that.
kachori.
Very
It was
difficult.
kachori.
I was very difficult, and it's like first time I did this. I have no idea. She was on a macrobiotic diet herself.
Yeah.
She didn't eat anything. Raw diet, my raw macrobiotic diet she was on.
Hippie diet.
Yeah. And then he made her make kachoris, then made her eat kachoris on that diet. But that was still Prabhupada. And such a submissive person. She's been through so much. But even in Krishna consciousness, she's been through so much because she was in a woman's body.
Yeah.
She went through so much, but tolerated it and really shared that love with
And
others.
every point in time, wherever she felt, she went and she spoke to, she took guidance.
Yeah,
of,
she took guidance, yeah.
Even when she moved away from the
Congregation,
congregation
yeah,
in a way,
yeah.
then also
She
she was
took-
always under the, without him,
She
she
didn't
did
do
not
anything.
take any step.
Yeah. And even when she took some decision, she took it in the thinking, okay, will this please Srila Prabhupada?
Yes, that the mood was.
Yeah. Even if she had to do something which is painful to us, she did it because this is going to please Srila Prabhupada. That's all. That's her whole mood. And if that's her whole, it's such a simple thing. Just please the person who's trying to get us to Krishna, get us out of this miserable world. Right. So what a beautiful way to live. Right. I think it's 12:09. We'll also end. This is the last verse that we'll do. Text 6. Ekatmaja me janani yosin moodha chakinkari mayatmaje nanyagato chakre snehanubandhanam. I was the only son of my mother, who is not only a simple woman, but a maid servant as well. Since I was her only offspring, she had no other alternative for protection. She bound me with the tie of affection. So he's now going to tell how he actually did his material duties also. He did not just leave कि नहीं तो मैं तो spiritually elevated होके मैं जा रहा हूँ. नहीं, मम्मी है तो मम्मी की take care किया, सब कुछ किया, right? Only then after that he started went to the north, did his penance, and then in the next life he became Narad. We will hear all of that in the next session. Thank you so much for joining in. We'll now end the session for today. Hare Krishna. We'll try for next time कि Saturday अगर नहीं suit कर रहा तो we'll try and do it on Sunday only. We were just trying Saturday because of the kids class, but we'll see what to do. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai.